Welcome back to my channel and thank you for being here. Today I wanted to talk about cleaning habits if you don't like cleaning. In last week's video, I mentioned that I've always been a pretty messy person. I've never really had great cleaning habits or just liked cleaning in general, which, like I said last week, might be a little bit embarrassing, but it's something that I've had to admit to myself to move forward and build new habits. I personally have never watched a video of someone giving me cleaning habits that actually have helped me, because I feel like a lot of the cleaning habit videos are for those that can adjust and learn to like cleaning. Or maybe they already do like cleaning and are just looking for advice on habit building, but I just simply don't like cleaning. But there is one thing I do like, and that is a clean, clutter-free home. So as much as I don't like doing the cleaning, I know that it needs to be done. So there are some things I do to help myself move in the right direction every single day. These things might seem obvious to some, but sometimes it just helps to hear it in a different perspective, a more relaxed, flexible perspective. I think that is very important, especially as a mom with 4 young children. It is very important for me to be flexible throughout my day. If this is your first time here on my channel, I'm a wife, and like I said, a mom of 4 little ones, ages 6, 4, 3, and 4 months. And a few reasons why it's important for me to be flexible. Not only am I a stay-at-home mom, which is already a full-time job, but I also work at home and homeschool my children as well. I think outside time is super important. I don't really let my kids have too much screen time. They don't even have tablets. Not saying that there's anything wrong if your children do. That's just a decision that we chose to make. Instead, we do lots of crafts, play games, like I said, have lots of outside time. So all of the cleaning comes in between all of these activities. So let's start with habit number 1, and these are in no particular order because everybody's life, everybody's daily routine looks a little bit different. I'm not going to tell you first you wake up and do this, and then you do that, and then you finish off your night doing this. That is not how this works. These are just daily tasks that I know need to get done, and somewhere throughout my day I figure out how to work them in. And to be completely transparent, these things don't happen every single day. I try my best to make them happen every day, but sometimes we have a lot going on. Maybe my youngest is a little crabbier than usual, and I just have to walk around and pace my house because she refused to nap that day, or whatever the case may be. That's why I said it's important to be flexible, especially as a mom. So habit number 1, do something with your dishes every single day. I don't care if that looks like walking around your house, picking up empty dishes and putting them in your sink, emptying your dishwasher, putting them in your dishwasher, whatever the case is, do something with your dishes every day to keep the process moving forward. That might mean emptying half of your dishwasher, then one of your kids needs something, then you get sidetracked with something else, so you end up coming back to the dishwasher a couple of hours later. I understand that sometimes that happens, and it's okay as long as you keep the process moving forward. One of my favorite times to empty the dishwasher or load the dishwasher, whatever needs to be done, is in the morning while I'm cooking breakfast or in the evening while I'm cooking dinner. This way I'm in the kitchen anyway while food is sitting there cooking. I have a few minutes to myself to get this task done. Does it always work out for me this way? Absolutely not, but this is when I've found it to be the easiest. Something that always goes hand in hand for me, which may not go hand in hand for you, and that is totally fine, but for me, I found whenever I do my dishes, I also clean my kitchen. Not a deep clean, I pick everything up off the counters, put them away and wipe them down, and also do the dishes. This way, the heart of my home, my kitchen, where I spend a lot of time, is clean and feels good to be in. But this habit is not about cleaning your kitchen or getting your dishes completely done or cleaning your sink even. This habit is about doing something, anything with your dishes, like I said, to keep this process moving forward. This is going to be a theme through today's video, is just basically doing anything you can do to keep things moving forward. The goal here is to just not let things pile up, whether that's your dishes or your laundry or just messes in general. The more things start to pile up, the more stressful and overwhelming and daunting they become. That is what we are trying to avoid. do things still pile up at my house? Yes, of course they do. I feel like that's just real life. And if you can stay on top of everything 100%, that is amazing, and I aspire to be like that, but it's just not possible for me right now. In fact, as we speak, I have a mountain of laundry at the top of my stairs that needs to be washed. Another habit I found to be helpful but often gets overlooked is just simply making a list. What happens to me is I can wake up with all the best intentions in the world, and unless I actually sit down and make a list, those intentions won't turn into actions. Another thing I've learned about making a list is make it realistic. If my list is unrealistic, I will actually find myself feeling more overwhelmed and less inclined to get started because I don't know where to start. So whether it's in the morning or the night before, make your list, make it realistic, pen and paper, digital, whatever works for you. Oftentimes, my list only includes my daily habits and 1 or 2 additional items.
One habit I think is super important is to stay hydrated every single day. I am somebody who does not love drinking plain water. It's just hard for me to stay hydrated that way. I'm also a mom of 4 little ones, which means my days are very busy and go by very fast. There have been days when I found myself going to bed at night thinking, did I drink any water today at all? I started drinking Circle about a month ago and noticed that my water intake has greatly increased. All you do is fill your bottle up, add your flavor cartridge, turn the dial to the amount of flavor that you want, and drink. Circle has 0 calories, no sugar, no artificial colors or flavors. Like I mentioned, the adjustable flavor dial for a personalized taste. There are over 100 different flavors to choose from on Circle.com, and each sip cartridge can flavor the equivalent of 6 20-ounce fully flavored bottled beverages. For my followers, you can get a free white stainless steel bottle and flavor cartridge with your first order of $35 and up by going to Circle.com/Becky. Thank you so much, Circle, for sponsoring today's video.
Being a mom has made me develop these cleaning habits regardless of how much or how little I enjoy cleaning. Another daily cleaning habit I think is important is when you're going from one room or one space to another, make sure you grab a couple things on the way. As easy as it sounds, this one was actually a difficult one for me because it is easy for me to walk by and ignore messes. And again, this video is for those of you who do not enjoy cleaning. If you do enjoy cleaning or you already have good cleaning habits, this may not be the video for you because you may think these things are simple and ridiculous. Because a lot of these habits may seem obvious, but for someone like me, I've had to lower my expectation of what needs to be done because too many cleaning videos online give you unrealistic expectations for yourself, and you wind up feeling disappointed in yourself rather than proud of yourself because you couldn't get all of these things done. So start with the basics and add on from there. When I make my list in the morning, the chances of me actually getting to the extra 1 or 2 things on my list are slim to none. My days are usually absolutely packed until about 10 or 11 p.m. A lot of people like to clean up at night once their kids go to bed. If that works for you, great. Usually when I put my older 3 to bed, my youngest wakes up. For about 2 hours, I go to bed, like I said, between 10 and 11 p.m. If for some reason she stays asleep, I typically use that extra time to get some work done, so there's not much time at the end of each night for me to clean. So on the off chance that I happen to finish my daily habits at a reasonable time and I feel good about everything I've accomplished, I will start on one of those extra tasks. Right now on that list is my office. It is a complete disaster, but it's an extra task that sometimes I just don't have the extra time to do. I would prefer that my dishes and laundry and the rest of my house stay in decent order rather than focusing on a specific project when I have everything else piling up in the background. For example, I recently made over my bedroom, and when I did that, everything fell behind. That project took me about 3 days, and during those 3 days, that was my primary focus. My dishes piled up, I had a mountain of laundry, there were toys toys everywhere, and it's hard to reel it back in once it gets to a certain level of messiness. There are two more daily habits that I like to do. One is cleaning the floor. Cleaning the floor does not have to mean cleaning the entire floor throughout the entire house. Just like doing the dishes, do what you can, whether that means vacuuming the main floor, mopping the main floor using a vacuum mop. That's always a great option. Maybe that means vacuuming your stairs or only vacuuming your second floor. Whatever that means to you, clean some of your floor. And you know what comes with vacuuming or mopping your floor? Picking everything up. It's another one of those things that just kind of go hand in hand. You wouldn't want to vacuum or mop your floor with a bunch of stuff laying all over the ground. Sometimes for me, this looks like picking up my bedroom and vacuuming only in there. It can be super simple. It can be one room, it can be multiple rooms, but regardless of how much or how little it is, it starts to build that habit. I mentioned that a vacuum mop is a great option. However, as much as I love my Tinco, it adds an extra step. You have to empty the dirty water tank, do the self-cleaning cycle, empty it again. I, of course, do not want to leave any parts in it dirty because then it starts to smell and it can grow bacteria. So it's really important to take care of those things if you do have a vacuum mop. So sometimes simply vacuuming is the best option for me because I don't want to empty the dirty water tank and clean all the parts and empty it again after the self-cleaning cycle. Even though it seems so simple, it just adds another layer, another task that needs to be done that I need to remember. But it is important to keep your floors clean. These are my daily habits. I do mop my floors at least once a week, and I make sure to make time to do that. This next one is not so much a habit, but just something I've started doing to make my life easier and less stressful. I understand that it's easy to get frustrated with your family or whoever you live with if they leave messes in different places and don't clean up, especially if you are the main one who cleans. Of course, my kids and my husband help all of the time, but they are kids and my husband works long hours outside of the home. So my job as a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom is to clean and cook and do all of the things to take care of my household. So let's say, for example, my kids have made a big mess. One thing that they love to do is make a fort, bring all of their stuffed animals in there, their blankets and pillows and a little snack. And as you can imagine, it gets a little carried away and creates a huge mess. If my kids are done playing with this fort that they've created and they're off somewhere else playing nicely together, but this mess is driving me nuts, rather than pulling them away from what they are doing because I don't like this mess anymore, it's so much easier to just take 5 or 10 minutes and clean it up myself. This way, I'm not pulling my kids away from playing nicely, possibly causing an attitude problem that nobody wants to deal with. And I'm also not leaving the mess there for them to clean it up later. If it's something that I want done right now, then I might as well just do it. Some may not agree with me on this at all, and that is totally fine. I have just found it easier and less stressful for me to take care of things myself, only if I want it done right now. If it's something that can wait or is not bothering me, by all means, I would wait for my kids to do it or at least help me, but I feel like it's unnecessary to pull them away from whatever they are doing because I have an issue with something. I guess what I'm saying is that if you have a mess around your house that would take like 5 or 10 minutes to clean up, rather than waiting and being bothered by this mess that is there, just take the time and clean it up. It will make you feel so much better that the mess is not there anymore, even if it is not your mess in the first place. Something I tried really hard to do to make cleaning more enjoyable to me was to clean with a grateful mindset. I promise you this is not going where you think it's going. This means, for example, if I'm folding clothes, thinking I am thankful that I am folding clothes because it means that my family has clothes to wear. And while I like to think of myself as a very positive person, and of course I am thankful that my family has clothes to wear, thinking those things did not make me enjoy folding clothes. And believe me, I tried this technique for probably a couple of months. I finally thought to myself, this is not working. I still do not enjoy this, and realized I needed to go about this another way and start to create good habits. Just as I have said with your dishes and your floor, do something, anything with your laundry every day. Even something as simple as picking up the laundry around your home and taking it to the laundry room. Even on this day when I was filming this video, I had left laundry in the washer that I needed to re-wash. So just remember, nobody is perfect. We are all just out here doing our best. I hope today's video helped you in any way. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.